Hello everyone, I am Durga Saujanya from ECE Department, MLR Institute of Technology. Today we are going to discuss about 4th unit, which is operating system basics and types of operating systems. So we will start the unit 4 on today's session. It is real-time operating systems. In this unit on today's session, we are going to discuss about operating system basics, types of operating systems. Here in this session, we are going to discuss about basics of operating systems, what is kernel, what are the types of operating systems, in those the general purpose operating systems, real-time operating systems. Let us go to today's session. Basics of operating systems. Operating system acts as a bridge between user application, tasks and the underlying system resources through a set of system functionalities and services. Here this operating system is acting as an interface between user and hardware. So how can it act as an interface between user and hardware? Interface is nothing but a bridge. So it can be acting as a bridge between user applications and the underlying system resources, which are called as hardware parts of the system. So by using a set of functionalities and services. Here a set of system functionalities and services are nothing but the software, testing software programs which are used for running the hardware for the user. So that is the basic operating system. It manages the system resources and makes them available to the user applications on a needed basis. So it can be used to manage the system resources which are available, which are connected to that CPU or system for the user applications through the softwares. The primary functions of operating system are make the system convenient to use. That means all the resources which are available to that system should be convenient to use for the user, and organize and manage the system resources efficiently and correctly. Here it functions for allocating the resources and monitor the activities and manage the disks and files. Next one is kernel. So what is kernel? Kernel is the core of the operating system. It is the main part included in the operating system. Here the kernel is the core of the operating system. It is responsible for managing the system resources and the communication among the hardware and other system services. So whatever the resources which are allocated to the OS to be available for OS by using this kernel. So it should be responsible for allocating all the resources to the OS through the software services. Here it can be used for providing a set of libraries and tested software programs which are used for allocating the resources to the OS, operating system. Kernel acts as the abstraction layer between the system resources and user applications. Kernel contains a set of system libraries and services. By using these system libraries and services, it can be used for providing all the hardware resources which are available as a hardware to the OS. Here there are different types of OSs are there, but kernel should be used for allocating these resources to these types of OSs. Next one is what are the different functions provided by the kernel. Here kernel can be used for providing process management, primary memory management, file system management, IO system management, secondary memory management, protection systems and interrupt handling. So these are all the functions which are developed by the kernel to operate the operating system properly. Next, depending on the type of kernel we have used and kernel services which are used in that operating system and the type of computing systems where OS is deployed and the responsiveness to the applications. So depending on all these factors, so the type of kernel which we have used, that is the general purpose kernel or real-time kernel, and the kernel services, that means what are the functions provided by that kernel, and the type of computing systems, whether we are using the embedded system or general purpose system, and the OS deployed. So what is the OS deployed in that particular application, and responsiveness to the application, how the OS will be give the response to the given application. So depending on these factors, the operating systems are classified into general purpose operating systems and real-time operating systems. The first one is general purpose operating system. General purpose operating systems are nothing but which are used in the general computing systems, just like a laptop, a PC, or any general purpose system. The kernel is more generalized and contains all the required services to execute generic applications. So we have already discussed about general purpose systems in unit 1. So general purpose systems are used for generic applications. So those are intended for any application. So those are not for a specific application. So that's why here the kernel should be generalized and contains all the required services to execute any application. So it need not to be the deterministic in execution behavior. Need not to be deterministic means it should not be based on the time behavior. So that means whatever the task is assigned to that kernel, it need not to be completed by the given time. So the time will take more or less, but it depends on the performance of the system only. It need not to be dependent on the time basis. So that it need not be the deterministic in execution behavior. So may inject random delays into application software and cause slow responsiveness on application at unexpected times. Because of this non-deterministic behavior, this OS may cause some random delays in the process in the application software, and it can give slow responsiveness to the application, and it can give response at unexpected times because it is not the time oriented operating system. It is usually deployed in computing systems where deterministic behavior is not an important criteria. Here where the performance is an important criteria and time based behavior is not an important criteria, at that only we can use the general purpose operating system. So personal computers, desktops, laptops, these are all the typical examples for general purpose OS systems. And Windows XP, MS-DOS, these are the examples for general purpose operating systems. So these Windows XP and MS-DOS are the general purpose operating systems. The systems where we have used these general purpose operating systems are the personal computers and desktops and laptops. So this is an example for how the general purpose operating system to be used. Next, real-time operating system. Operating systems which are deployed in embedded systems demanding real-time response. So real-time response means they should be operated at exact time given by the task. So in the real-time applications where the situations should be deployed for the real-time response, in that situations that system can be operated for the given time provided by the task. So deterministic in execution behavior, it consumes only known amount of time for kernel application. So this is the main criteria for real-time operating systems. It should be completed its response within the known amount of time only. So that's why it is called as deterministic in execution behavior. It implements scheduling policies for executing the highest priority task or application always. So why it should implement the scheduling policies means it should be deterministic and it should complete its task within the given time. So that's why scheduling policies are implemented for this real-time operating system to complete the task which are having the highest priority first and next to going to the lower priority tasks. It implements policies and rules concerning time critical allocation of a system resources. So it can be used for implementing the policies and rules which are for time critical allocation of system resources. So the resources are allocated to the system based on the time critical response. The Windows CE, UNX, VSWorks, Micro C, OS2, these are all the examples for real-time operating systems. So the systems where we have used the real-time operating systems are embedded systems. In the shown example, you have observed that here the time will be critical. So at this particular time, this system should be operated by performing the task scheduling. So the higher priority task will be executed first. So based on that time critical response, it should allocate the resources to the OS. This is about real-time operating system. So here in this session we have discussed what is the operating system definition and how it can be allocated the resources and what is meant by kernel and what are the different types of operating systems and in detail about general purpose operating system and real-time operating system. So we will discuss in detail about real-time kernel in the next session. Thank you.